We spent a day on the ship cruising the North Sea, and this morning we've arrived in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, our next port of call. For this port, my excursion is going to be Delft. Delft is about an hour's drive from the port. People fall in love with Delft for the canals and Holland's most famous icon, their windmills, which look so beautiful in the landscape as you take the drive. At each port stop, Viking offers its guests the unique opportunity to take up numerous types of excursions. There's basically one for every taste, a chance to immerse yourself in the destination and learn more about it. Delft is relatively young for a European city. Chartered in 1075, it's been an important town for the Dutch for several reasons. Local guide Elsie Curvis shows me around this beautiful city that's so important with Dutch history.
This is a very old church.
So it's a really significant lean.
It was already leaning, but they proceeded building it, and it's still leaning for centuries.
So we're now on the east side of the building, and you realise there's two different types of architecture.
Quite right, yeah. We have the 1200s, the Flemish Gothic or Brabantse Gothic from the southern part of the Netherlands, and the High Gothic style, 1400s. It took many centuries before a cathedral was really finished.
This is a beautiful part of town with a large pedestrian zone and many other historical buildings, with architecture dating back 1,000 years, from the old church to the flamboyant City Hall. Oh, there's that one other thing that Delft is famous for. It's incredible blue pottery. It's been made here since around the 1500s. Now, there is one way to look at it. You can go do the shops, or you can go to the factory, which is what I think we should do next. The Royal Dutch Delftware Manufactory, Die Porseleinfles, was established back in 1653. And this is the place where you can see and experience the authentic methods used to produce the world-famous Delft blue pottery. Royal Delft is the only remaining earthenware factory from the 17th century, where the world-famous Delft blue ceramics are still made today.
So the original name of Royal Delft is the Porcelainen Fles, and we started in 1653. And what we did, the Dutch, they took all the china from China, the porcelain from China, and we really loved it, so we copied it. That's what we do. So this is an example of the original Chinese and the way that we copied it in Delft. Well, this is what we say. This is how the magic
happens. So every single one is individually hand painted?
Yes. First, it comes from out of the mold. Then it's been painted in black.
Okay, so how does it go from black to blue?
After it's been painted, it will be in the oven.
And that changes the colour of the black?
And that changes the colour, yes. Every painter has his own graph.
Yeah.
And the year, and this is how you can recognize if it's real or not.
Now, I've got to tell you, this is an incredibly immersive experience. You leave richer for having been here, and it's all part of the Thinking Person's Cruise. Another great experience as you're touring around with Viking. One word of advice I'll give you, and that is you cannot leave here without going through the shop, taking a little bit of Delft home with you. But enough of what I think. Here's what my fellow Viking guests have to say.
This is my 7th, so I like it a lot.
I think this is our 3rd, so we're sold. We're happy.